There's a moment every man misses, not because he's blind, but because no woman ever explains it, and it happens the second her arms wrap around you. Most men think a hug is simple, a greeting, a goodbye, a friendly gesture. But if you've ever felt a woman hold you just a little too long or pull away too quickly or press her body into you in a way that made your heart slam against your ribs, then listen closely because I'm going to tell you something most men never hear in their lifetime. Women communicate more truth with their hugs than with their words. I'm not saying this as a poet, I'm saying this as a psychologist. Women are taught to restrain their verbal emotions, but their bodies betray them every single time. And the reason you've been confused, hurt, overthinking, or replaying her hug in your mind at 2 a.m. is because her physical expression was speaking a language you were never taught to understand, but you're about to. Let me start with the hardest truth. A woman rarely hugs a man she feels nothing for. Even a friendly hug carries hidden context, attraction, curiosity, respect. Sometimes fear, sometimes desire, sometimes hesitation mixed with longing. You might not have seen it, but her nervous system absolutely felt it. When a woman hugs you, her brain makes split-second evaluations. Do I trust him? Do I feel safe? Do I feel drawn to him? Do I want to be closer? Or is this already too close? She doesn't consciously think these thoughts. Her body just reacts, and that reaction is what you experienced. The softness, the stiffness, the warmth, the distance, the pressure, the release. A hug is not an act, it's a confession. And here's something men never realize. A woman uses the hug to test you. She's observing how you hold her, not because she wants a fairy tale embrace, but because she's scanning your emotional temperature. Are you confident or hesitant, gentle or tense, present or distracted? A woman can feel these things in under 1 second, and it immediately shapes how she sees you. But here's where things get even more unsettling. A woman's hug tells you how she imagines the future with you. Even if she never speaks a word, if she pulls you in with her chest slightly angled away, she's protecting herself. If she melts into you, even briefly, her body trusts you more than her mind may admit. If her hands slide higher on your back, she's grounding herself, seeking closeness. If they stay low and stiff, she's unsure. And the one most men completely misinterpret, the tight hold followed by a quick release. That's the hug of a woman who feels something she's not ready to reveal. You see, men fall for words, women fall for feelings, and a hug is the bridge between both worlds. The moment when her internal emotional truth makes its first appearance. There's a moment right before her arms touch you, a fraction of a second most. Men never notice where a woman decides exactly who you are to her. She doesn't say it out loud, but her body broadcasts it with absolute clarity. And if you've ever walked away from a hug feeling confused, hopeful, rejected, or strangely energized, it's because her nervous system communicated directly with yours. A woman's hug isn't random, it's a map of how she feels, how she fears, how she desires, and how she perceives your masculine presence. And the truth is, women use hugs to measure one thing men underestimate: your emotional stability. You see, a woman feels your energy before she feels your arms. She notices if your breathing changes, if your shoulders stiffen, if your chest collapses inward, if you rush it or hold it too long. To her, this isn't just a hug. It's insight. It's a quiet revelation of your internal world. If you're nervous, she feels it. If you're grounded, she relaxes. If you're needy, she senses it instantly. If you're confident, her body responds with softness, and here's something few men know. A woman adjusts the type of hug she gives based on the emotional signal your body sends. She mirrors the atmosphere you create. A strong man with a calm presence often gets a deeper, slower embrace. Not because she plans it, but because her body trusts that she's safe enough to sink into him for that brief moment. But a man who's anxious or overstimulated, she'll keep distance in subtle ways. Her hips won't touch, her arms stay high, her chest will angle away. She's not avoiding you. She's protecting her inner world from instability. Now, let's address something almost no one talks about: the hidden meaning of where and how she touches your back. This detail alone reveals her emotional blueprint toward you. If her hands stay light and barely touch, she's holding back emotionally. She's unsure, cautious, evaluating. Whether you're someone who can handle her softness or someone she should remain guarded around. If her palms press firmly into your back, that's connection. That's grounding. That's her telling you without a single word, I feel safe with you. If her hands slide lower on your back, not in a sexual way, but in an intimate, steadying way, that's vulnerability. Few women will ever do this with a man they don't feel drawn to. And the rarest one of all, the hug, where she squeezes you. Not playfully, not casually, but with emotion behind it. That squeeze is instinctual. It comes from a place deeper than logic. It's her body trying to say what her mind is afraid to admit. But here's the part that stings. Most men misread all of this because they overfocus on their own feelings instead of noticing hers. Your mind gets loud. Does she like me? What does this mean? Am I imagining this? And you miss the truth happening right in front of you. A woman's hug is not a puzzle. It's a message. And once you learn to read it, you'll never be confused again. There's a truth about women that men almost never hear. Her hug is often more honest than her words, her texts, or her behavior. A woman can force a smile, she can hold back her feelings, she can pretend she's fine, but her body in that moment of closeness reveals the emotional reality she's been hiding, and what she reveals is not random, it's not accidental, it's not something she can fully control. Because when a woman hugs you, her body expresses the one thing she tries hardest to conceal, her level of emotional attachment. Let's break open one of the rawest truths. If she hugs you like she's afraid of losing you, she already cares more than she's ready to admit. That subtle tension in her arms, that tiny pause before she lets go, that inhale she takes while she's against your chest, these are signs of emotional investment, not politeness. She feels something and she's terrified of how deeply she feels it. This is why some women rush the hug and pull back quickly. They're not avoiding you. They're protecting themselves from showing too much. They're trying not to expose the softness they're afraid you might break or take for granted. But then there's the opposite type of hug, the one men rarely understand, the hug that seems distant yet strangely heavy. This is the hug of a woman who's disappointed, hurt, or conflicted, but still attached. Her arms go around you, but her body feels emotionally off. Not cold, not detached, just burdened. She's hugging you because she still cares, but something inside her is unsettled. Frustration, confusion, or emotional overwhelm can make a hug feel like she's trying to anchor herself while silently whispering, "Don't make this harder." And then there's the hug with no hesitation, the kind that feels natural, warm, fluid, where she leans in without thinking. This is not lust. It's flirtation. This is emotional alignment. Her nervous system trusts you. Her guard drops, her shoulders fall, her body softens. That softness is not weakness. It's permission. She's letting you in, even if she never says it. But the most misunderstood hug of all, the one that keeps men awake, replaying it, is the lingering hug. The hug where she stays, not long enough to be romantic, not short enough to be casual, just long enough to make you wonder why she didn't let go. This type of hug is emotional conflict in physical form. She wants closeness, but she fears the consequences of wanting it. She feels something, but she's unsure if you feel it back. She likes you, but she doesn't know if liking you will hurt her later. Her body leans into you while her mind tries to pull her away. That tout-de-voir creates the hesitation you felt in her arms, and men who don't understand this end up overthinking the wrong things. Did she like me? Did I misread it? Was she just being friendly? No, her hug already answered the question. A woman's hug is her emotional truth escaping before she can stop it. There's something men don't realize until it's too late. The way a woman hugs you can reveal exactly where the relationship is heading long before either of you ever talks about it. A hug is not just a moment of physical closeness. It's the place where her emotional truth leaks through the crack she tries so hard to keep sealed. And if you learn to read what she's actually telling you, you'll never be confused, blindsided, or misled again. Let me show you something most men overlook. A woman rarely hugs you the same way twice. Her hug evolves with how she sees you. It reflects her growing trust or her fading certainty. And sometimes the most important message isn't that she hugged you, but how the hug changed compared to the last time. If she used to hug you tightly, and now she hugs lightly, she's pulling back emotionally. She's not angry, she's not testing you. She's quietly protecting herself from disappointment. If she used to give short hugs and now they linger, she's becoming attached. Her guard is dropping. Her nervous system feels comfort in your presence. And that comfort is not something a woman gives to just anyone. If she used to hug you with stiff shoulders and now her body relaxes against you, she's beginning to trust you in a way she probably didn't even realize. That shift matters more than any text she sends you. And if she hugs you like she doesn't want to let go, that's a woman whose heart has already started investing in you. But here's the truth that breaks men the most. Some women hug you one last time while they're still emotionally in conflict, while they're deciding whether to stay, pull back, or let go entirely. And that final hug feels different. It feels heavy. It feels like she's holding something inside because she is. She's trying to memorize the way you feel. She's trying to find clarity in the warmth of your presence. She's trying to answer the question she's too afraid to ask out loud. Is this the man I can trust my future with? Or am I just hoping he'll become that man? That's why you can't treat a hug like a casual moment. It's never casual to her. It's always a reflection of where she stands emotionally. And men who pay attention, men who feel rather than overthink, gain an advantage most never have. They understand women not through logic alone, but through presence. Because a woman doesn't fall for the man who understands her words. She falls for the man who understands her silence. So the next time she hugs you, whether it's soft, tight, quick, lingering, nervous, or warm, don't analyze it in your head. Feel it, notice it, listen to what her body is trying to tell you. Because in that brief moment, she's speaking the emotional truth she may never say out loud. Now, let me ask you something personal and be honest in the comments. What's the one hug from a woman that you've never forgotten, and why did it stay with you? Like the video, subscribe for more powerful insights, and share this with a man who needs to understand what she's really saying.